Greetings. I'm David Zokaitis, and I'm going to be light and happy like normal. Hey, in case you haven't noticed, it's kind of warm outside, and so I wore my tropical shirt to fit with the tropical weather. So anyway, I've got this cute little story, and it starts with a dead light bulb. Interesting way to start a council presentation. Dead light bulb. Oops. Dead light bulb on this car. It's my, looks like a heck of a machine like that, but it's just a Subaru Forester. So I was driving down the road somewhere, and a police officer pulls me over. He says, I've got this little problem. Apparently, he thought my car had violated state law 3217-1. Apparently, one headlight was out. Well, I went back and actually read the law, and the law doesn't say that you have to have headlights that work. It just says you have to have headlights. I thought that was pretty funny. But anyway, I've still got 5 headlights if one of them's out, because high beams, low beams, fog lights, plenty of lights on the car. But I still got this ticket. Well, and so I talked to the city attorney and a couple of guys in the police force, and they gave me all this extra information. But it turns out that all of this stuff is kind of extraneous and not relevant, because none of this is on the citation, and so what if you need low beams during the whatever? It just didn't matter, partially because of this other law that's not on the citation either. And according to this law, you don't even need headlights between this time and that time. And I was between this time and that time, so it didn't matter. So, in other words, the cop gave me a ticket by mistake. Supposedly mistake. Now, if you read these darn things, the officer is filing this charge under penalty of perjury. And that's supposed to be a big deal. I mean, perjury is punishable by years and years in this jail or that jail. And apparently, if you're a cop and you make an accidental mistake and provide false testimony, it's no big problem. Not a big problem for him, but I think it's a problem for me, because if I don't deal with this ticket appropriately, I'm going to jail. Not a good situation. Oh, and another thing that happened that same night. The police officer, he's got his spotlights and his emergency lights, and they're shining in my rearview mirror and going right into my eyeballs, and I'm trying to read this ticket, and I couldn't read it. Told the guy that a few times, asked him to loan me his flashlight. Nah, I'm not interested. It looks really bad if there's a guy with a gun standing outside your car telling you to sign something and you can't read it. Looks like he's trying to coerce a confession. Not a good strategy. He should have loaned me his flashlight. So I have an issue with that. Now, here's the worst part of the whole deal. After talking to the city attorney and somebody on the police force, I decided that I was going to dispute this ticket because, my car was not in violation. It turns out if you want to dispute a warning ticket, the procedure is to forget about it, and then the government will issue a warrant for your arrest, and then they'll notify you that this warrant is out. Then you go somewhere and you post a bond, and then eventually you get a hearing. But think of what's really going on here. I want to dispute a warning ticket. I want to charge a police officer with not knowing the law. And for that affront to government control, you're going to issue a warrant for my arrest. That's just not okay. Not the way to run a government. So, police should know the law. They should enforce it appropriately. We should remember the Constitution. We should reclaim our government and be a little better to people. Of course, next year when I'm mayor, we'll be able to do some of this stuff. But I'm not quite done. I'd like to finish my presentations with, hey, it's a beautiful world. We can still smile even though there's nonsense going on. Look out, beautiful bike trail. If you look around a little bit more, you might be able to look up and see some beautiful trees with some light shining through, and keep on looking up, and the leaves on branch might look like flowers. So there you have it. Good evening.